20 fake facts everyone still believes. We may easily say that humanity's history is a history of delusions. However, we cannot claim that it has simply been harmful to us. Numerous scientific breakthroughs have occurred as a result of illusions. Gnvs Facts has compiled a list of common facts that have been proven to be fake. We were blown away by a few of them. Number 20. Bananas grow on palm trees. Bananas are the fruits of big herbaceous blooming plants that have nothing to do with palm trees. However, the height of this grass might exceed 15 meters. By the way, bananas are berries. Number 19. The biblical forbidden fruit is an apple. According to the Old Testament, the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil was an apple. The theory of Adam and Eve eating an apple most likely arose as a result of the 4th century translation of the Bible into Latin. The Latin word malum can either apple or evil. As a result, the forbidden fruit could be anything from pomegranates to figs to something intangible. Number 18. Wolves howl at the moon. There is no direct link between a full moon and howling wolves. Wolves communicate by howling, and they lift their heads to make the sound go further. Wolves can also howl in complete darkness. However, because moonlit evenings are frequently windless, the howling is just easier to hear. Furthermore, without moonlight, it is impossible to discern a howling wolf. Number 17. Cave people lived in caves. According to modern scholars, primitive humans lived a nomadic lifestyle, and caves were utilized as temporary berths. Furthermore, the earliest berths were discovered on plains rather than in caves. For example, scientists estimate the age of a bed in Olduvai, Tanzania, to be 1.7 million years. Number 16. Ketchup is a tomato sauce. Tomato ketchup recipes initially appeared in American cookbooks around the beginning of the 19th century. Anchovies, fish brine, wine, spices, garlic, kidney beans, walnuts, and mushrooms were used to make a sauce 200 years ago. It was known as ketchup or ketchup when it arrived in England from Asia. It is believed to have been originated in China in the 3rd century BC. Number 15. The compass arrow points to the North Pole. It's not exactly true, strictly speaking. The compass arrow points to Earth's magnetic North Pole, which, unlike the geographic North Pole, changes all the time. The rate of change is quite rapid, roughly 55–60 km each year. Aside from that, the North Magnetic Pole is shifted by 80 km or more every day. The average path is shaped like an oval. Number 14. The moon has a dark side. Everyone understands that the moon always faces Earth with only one side visible. And it was because of this circumstance that the belief about the existence of its evil side arose. However, everyone forgets that the moon, like our Earth, revolves around the sun. It indicates that the sun's beams illuminate all of its sides equally. Number 13. Seasons switch because the distance between the Earth and the sun changes. Because the Earth's axis does not stand straight, it has seasons. As a result, rather than rotating with its axis straight up and down, it leans over somewhat. As a result, when the Earth is not exactly facing the sun, it is winter in the northern hemisphere. At the same time, the southern hemisphere receives significantly more light, allowing residents to enjoy the summer heat. Number 12. Charles Darwin said that humans come from monkeys. In reality, Darwin never asserted that humans descended straight from monkeys. Darwin only stated in his book On the Origin of Species that monkeys, apes, and humans must have shared a common ancestor due to our striking resemblance to other species. Number 11. Alcohol warms up the body. Alcohol not only does not enhance the body temperature, but it can also significantly increase the loss of body heat. The truth is, a nip or two causes your blood vessels to dilate, bringing warm blood closer to the surface of your skin and temporarily making you feel warmer. Number 10. An emperor sentenced a gladiator to death by showing a thumbs down. There is no proof that emperors executed gladiators by making the thumbs down sign. This motion is known in Latin as pollice verso, which roughly translates to turn thumb. However, it is unclear whether the thumb should be up or down. Jean-Leon Gérôme depicted this action for the first time in 1872, and his painting Pollice Verso became the ancestor of this popular tale. Number 9. Space is a vacuum. Even though cosmic space has a low density, calling it a vacuum is incorrect. Our universe is filled with hydrogen molecules, electromagnetic radiation, and probably dark matter, which scientists have yet to uncover. Number 8. Our planet has 4 oceans. On Earth, a new ocean called South developed in the year 2000. No, it did not form during our time. Scientists merely began to regard this ocean to be a separate ocean washing the coasts of Antarctica, distinct from the other oceans. There are 14 seas in the new ocean. Number 7. Indians were always riding horses. Despite the fact that modern horses originated in North America, they died out here in the 6th century BC. They only returned to the American continent with European colonists in the 16th century. Pueblo Indians were the first to use horses, and they began to teach this technique to other tribes. They practically seldom used Mustangs as a mode of transportation, and these horses were mostly hunted for meat and skin. Number 6. The 25th frame affects human subconsciousness. In 1957, James Vickery conducted an experiment in which he discreetly flashed phrases encouraging people to consume popcorn and drink a specific beverage onto a cinema screen at 1/3 of a millisecond. According to his words, sales of both increased dramatically immediately following the conclusion of the film. However, the American Association of Psychology ruled that the 25th frame had no effect. Vickery himself acknowledged to falsifying experimental data in 1962. Number 5. The brain rests during sleep. It is believed that we require sleep to allow our brains to rest. In actuality, our brain does not rest while we sleep. Rather, it adjusts its activity. For example, studies on mice revealed that during sleep, the brain initiates a self-cleaning process to drain away poisons. Number 4. Cellular connection works because of satellites. No way! Cell phones function as follows. After dialing a number, your phone locates the signal of the nearest base station, the management block of which, in turn, transmits the signal to the controller via a cable. The latter transmits the signal to the switching module via the cable. Finally, the switching module determines where to route the call. Number 3. Pyramids were built by slaves. Egypt's pyramids are thought to have been built by slaves. Global study, on the other hand, revealed that free civilian laborers were employed at the pyramid construction site. They even established something resembling modern labor unions. Number 2. Weightlessness is the absence of gravity. Each of us has memories of astronauts floating in the International Space Station. The floating occurs, however, not because gravity is absent, but because the acceleration of gravity in the ISS is only 10% less than on Earth. As a result, this floating is explained by the ISS constant motion in orbit, which causes spacemen to be in a constant state of free fall. Number 1. The right side of the brain is responsible for creative skills. People believe that people with a more developed right side of the brain have better creative abilities. Those with a dominant left side of the brain also have higher analytical and logical skills. Recent study, however, has fully debunked this notion. The work of 1011 brains was studied by scientists. The participants ranged in age from 7 to 29 years old. They discovered no evidence of left or right hemisphere dominance. That's all for guys. If you like this video, please subscribe our channel and click the bell icon for more updates. Thank you for watching.